The NBA on 2K Sports welcomes you to Wednesday afternoon basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now, the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Lopez is the pivot with Giannis to his side. Damian Lillard out there with Gary Trent. And it's Prince in at the 3. And for the Pacers, they've got Benedict Mathurin. Miles Turner out there with Pascal Siakam. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Nembhard in at the shooting guard position. And Greg, taking a look at this one here tonight, the clash at the guard positions really stands out.
No question about it. Both teams rely heavily on their backcourts to get it done. And I'm interested to see which backcourt brings it tonight.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo over Siakam. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. Here's Nembhard. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the all-around game of Siakam, so adept at working the ball to open guys.
27 seconds left in the first. Lopez with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. Lays it up and banks it in.
Halliburton has a nice combination of smarts and skill. Makes him a cagey scorer.
Giannis outside. Four seconds left. With 2 seconds left. And he makes that one.
Boy, the overwhelming strength of Giannis just excels at fighting his way through the defense. Very impressive.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Pacers lead by 2. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game, guys, we have seen from Indiana. What do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And so here is Indiana. In the post, it's Toppin and Turner. Halliburton is out there with T.J. McConnell. And it's Nesmith in at the 3. That's the Pacers 5. Halliburton passes to Turner. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Turner doing a nice job setting himself up for a shot off that pick and roll.
Lillard against McConnell. Here is something, Greg, from Pacers history. They were a dynasty at one point, and you remember it well.
Yeah, you're talking about the ABA days, but it's true. The Pacers were a dominant team before the merger. They won 3 titles in 4 seasons just before joining the league.
First free throw is good.
And I like the work Lillard's put into his defense the past few seasons. He may not be a stopper, but he's improved immensely at that end of the floor.
Jackson, he's checked in for the Pacers. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And Greg, with the coaching changes in Milwaukee, where are they looking for improvement?
Well, Kevin, they've been dominant in the regular season, but the playoffs require adjustments. That chess match is where they hope to improve.
Just excellent concentration there by Halliburton, not allowing the bump by the defense to throw him off his mark.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Halliburton inside the three-point line. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Pacers out in front. They're up by 2. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Doc.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. And trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. Scoring-wise, they broke even in the second, so little ground was lost there. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
They're running a smooth offense tonight, creating high-quality shots. Motions, sharp as a razor. Their spacing is excellent. They're moving the ball well. I love the way this team is playing.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, their paint presence was non-existent. They haven't put any pressure on the defense in terms of attacking the cup. It's simple. If you want to be successful in this league, you can't be a one-dimensional jump-shooting team.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Lopez is the pivot with Giannis to his side. Damian Lillard out there with Gary Trent. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Lillard. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Now the Pacers with it. A 2-point game. Here's Mathurin. Prince grabs the miss.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And here's Giannis. With 4 seconds on the clock. Not going to go that time. And we've reached the end of the third. Pacers lead by 4. Live from Gainbridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We got Siakam. We'll be topping out there with Benedict Mathurin. That's T.J. McConnell. And it's Nembhard in at the 2-guard position. That's the Pacers 5. Timeout called the Bucks. They trail by 4. There's 53 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. Now, Coach was still pretty positive. He told his guys a handful of shots completely changes this game. Just a few good minutes, and we're right there. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Trent's checked in for the Bucks.
Bucks substitution, Gary Trent Jr.
This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Now, here's McConnell, and he commits the intentional foul.
Gary Trent Jr. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line.
So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. And Indiana making a change here. Neesmith is checked in. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws. Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Lillard from outside. No good that time.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And so both free throws are good. And it's an 8-point game. Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 8. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Tyrese Halliburton.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Third personal foul. Fourth team foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Halliburton is just one of those young guys that has a really well-rounded game. Makes shots pretty much from anywhere on the floor.
And Lillard kicks to Antetokounmpo over Siakam. Lillard from deep three-point land. The rebound by Turner. So it's Indiana picking up the win. Probably